Hey everyone, I'm Chris and this is Cue the Credits. Welcome back to this episode of Cue the Credits, the home of everything boutique Blu-rays, physical media and the art of collecting. In today's video we are getting a little bit spooky, a little bit freaky. We are travelling back to 1979 with this release from Arrow Video, and that is Salem's Lot on a 4K limited edition. Now Salem's Lot is something that everyone has been talking about. It has been teased by Arrow for a very long time, let's just say that. And it's been on my list of one of those Stephen King adaptations that I need to watch. And even a couple of you guys said, oh my God, are you going to be picking up Salem's Lot? I'd love to know what you think. And honestly, it wasn't one that I was going to pick up. Now, don't get me wrong. I love me some Stephen King, as you can see here. But this was one of those ones where I was like, oh, is it worth the Arrow 4K? Is it worth £35? It's a late 70s miniseries. It could be great. It could be trash. Then the other half twisted my arm and was like, oh yeah, I do want that in the collection. I remember watching it as a kid. It really freaked me out. So of course, I went on the hunt for it and managed to grab the last one that was available in FOP in Covent Garden. It's currently sold out in every retailer apart from Arrow Direct at the moment. But more than anything, it really sparked my curiosity, especially after chatting with a couple of other people. I was like, yeah, you know what, I really want to get my teeth stuck into this. And it is safe to say that Arrow have done a wonderful job and given the full collector's treatment on this. So without further ado, let's get this unboxed, shall we? Let's get right into it then. So right away we have got this beautiful front cover, original artwork, and I'm going to try and get it in the light. It is like a spot gloss all over the writing and over, of course, you know, the king of the vampires right there. But it is an absolute finger magnet, as I noted. So lovely purple there, purpley pink on the edge, and it's just the same there for you. And then onto the back we will just run through. A little bit of damage on the slip, that was inside the cellophane, so manufacturing error there. And then we've got a double 4K disc set here with all the tech specs there, and then the other side is exactly the same. You can see all of these fingerprints. So let's get this slip off to reveal the same artwork. And as I've noted before, and Dave from Flicks and Pixels has also noted, come on, just give us a little bit of difference. And then onto the spine, same there, and just nothing on the back. So let's get into this then. Popping everything out, starting with the poster, we've got that original artwork there, which just looks gorgeous. And then on the back we have got another original artwork, this time in the Italian. It looks great, looks absolutely great. Onto the perfectly bound collector's booklet here. We've got a 99-page chunky book. Like the print quality has absolutely gone up on these. You might have remembered a couple of videos ago, I can't remember exactly what it was, I was saying that the print quality on these Arrow booklets have kind of gone down a little bit, but this is, it feels great, it looks great. Like, just look at that. We have got an absolute slew of interviews and essays on this, like full bits. Oh my God, this is, yeah, this is a nice booklet here. And then of course production credits and about the presentation there. So if you want to pause that to read a little bit more, you can do. And finally onto the disc. So I have swapped over the artwork. You can have the same artwork that is on the like normal slip, so this one, but I really enjoy this. We've got a bit of a white spine here, and then everything on the back just matching the same colorway. I think this could have looked really cool on the actual slip box. Like that would have been pretty rad, but still can't whinge too much. Inside we have got no art cards, interestingly enough, but we have got a little Salem's Lot sticker That's cool. I'm always half and half with stickers though. Like, do I want to make the set incomplete and use the sticker, or do I keep the sticker in there? Let me know in the comments down below, what do you do with stickers in sets like this? We have just got disc 1, which is the first 4K disc, which is the original TV miniseries version, and then the second disc is the theatrical version and all the extras on another 4K disc. So double 4K disc in this set. And that is everything that you get in this 4K limited edition of Salem's Lot from Arrow Video. Let's talk about the presentation, shall we? You know, I'm a sucker for a good colorway on a box, and I like me some pink. I've even got this shirt on today to kind of match the similar colorway. And this pinky purple is nice. But let's talk about the actual disc, because you've seen everything that's on the outside, but let's get into the guts of this release. Of course, the big question, especially for something that was made for TV in the 70s, is how is this going to translate to 4K? Honestly, this looks great. I was so shocked with how good this looked. Grain structure is kept fully intact. I feel a really good measure of a 4K picture is skin tones, and being able to see blemishes in close-ups. And my goodness, you can see like individual pores and stuff. It's a bit mad. Arrow have managed to get their hands on the original 35mm camera negative for the whole 3-hour TV cut, and the 35mm into positive for the theatrical cut. Arrow Films have done absolutely everything that they can, pulling everything and anything from that negative, and it really, really shows. It is a naturally consistent film throughout, and some of the colour, for example, the like striking blue skin tones of the Master just pop out so well. And when you get those few fleeting moments of seeing him, it really like just shocks you ajar. This is of course everything that you would want from a remaster like this, and for how long people have been waiting for this and hyping this release up, and I'm so glad that Arrow have managed to pull it off while still retaining that original look of the film. As for audio, we have just got a single lossless mono track, and you know what, it sounds pretty darn solid. Once again, it comes down to that toss-up of, is just including the original track okay, or should they be looking to upgrade it to a 5.1 or an Atmos track? But this really keeps that atmospheric nature of Salem's Lot. And you know what? There are still parts in it where you're like, this is a punchy track. Everything sounds really clean, like the dialogue is spot on, the sound effects come through really nicely, especially for action scenes, and you've got that score that is, of course, just making you feel uneasy and creepy. I wasn't missing not having like a full surround sound experience. This hooked me in for the 3 hours. On to special features now, and of course you saw everything that was included in the box. We've got the stickers, we've got posters, we've got this massive book. No art cards though, which is a bit weird considering you always get art cards. One thing I would like to point out that I did miss in the unboxing is, if you look here in the cast and crew and you've got Bonnie Bedelia's name, you actually don't have her character name of Susan. You've just got character name. So a little bit of a misprint here. Obviously these are limited editions. I'm not sure whether they will be doing a reissue of the book just for that. One thing to look at if you have got the book, maybe just have a check if Bonnie Bedelia's character's name of Susan is there, or she is just character name. On the original disc with the TV miniseries, we get a brand new audio commentary by film critics Bill Ackerman and Amanda Reyes, as well as an archival audio commentary by director Toby Hooper, which I did start listening to the start of, and it starts off so unhinged where he's just going off on random tangents, and obviously it's a 3-hour commentary, so I'm sure it is slightly unhinged, but also great. You also get the original commercial bumpers that you would have for the TV miniseries, where it's like, returning now to Salem's Lot. And then the original broadcast version of a scene that is at the back end of the film. And then finally, the original shooting script as gallery that you can just skip through, and it's like 170 odd pages. It's actually really, really fun to just go through this. film nerd. And then on the second disc with the theatrical cut, we get loads and loads more interviews. As you can just see here, I'll let you pause it if you'd like. We have got just a slew of new interviews, archival features, image galleries, trailers, including the trailer of Return to Salem's Lot that's directed by Larry Cohen, who did The Stuff, as well as the 2024 Salem's Lot remake that was a HBO Max original. And I do love that Arrow have pulled all of that stuff together and being like, look at the legacy that Salem's Lot built. It is a really, really nice touch. One standout interview I would say is King of the Vampires, which is with Stephen King biographer Douglas Winter. And it is like a 20-minute chat of just him kind of waxing lyrical about Stephen King and his process and Salem's Lot. It's a really, really good watch. On to the film itself. So what did I think of it? Sitting down, watching it for the first time in 2026. Personally, I had a really, really good time with it. But it does show and feels of its original TV roots. As a friend said, maybe you shouldn't have watched it all in one 3-hour chunk. It is meant to be consumed over probably 2 nights. And Arrow do give you that option to either watch it as one full feature-length 3-hour and 3-minute film, or 2 individual miniseries episodes. Because of that, the pacing did felt slightly stretched out at points. There are whole subplots that are there, i.e. the affair subplot, that doesn't really need to be in the film. It doesn't really add anything, but it definitely pads out that runtime. That being said, it does make you feel that environment and really settles you into the town of Salem's Lot. So it's a hard one to be like, well, it wasn't needed, but actually it does make it feel like more of a lived-in town of you're experiencing all of these people's different lives. And because of that, the atmosphere is great. It feels creepy. There is genuinely some freaky moments. And you know me, I'm a man who gets the heebie-jeebies. And there is specifically one part in a jail cell that made me like proper jump gurgling. Let's just say that. I'd also be remiss to not talk about the effects and the fact that this is like 47 years old now. It still looks really, really good. Great amount of practical effects. The master looks just genuinely terrifying. It is a really, really good time, and I can totally understand why it's stuck around as a fan favourite for all these years. It's enjoyable and it's well worth watching. I will revisit it, but it's not something that's going to be like absolutely needed to watch all the time. The age-old question then, is Salem's Lot from Arrow Video worth picking up? If you're a fan of Salem's Lot, then absolutely. I mean, why have you not picked it up already? This is the definitive release and it looks absolutely incredible. If you're a Stephen King fan or a classic horror fan, like this is great as well. Like late 70s horror really still hits, but you get a great 4K presentation, you get beautiful packaging and loads of extras. This is still available on Arrow's website, so if you do want to pick it up, I'll pop the link in the description below. And also you can use friends of the channel Brum Horror's promo code, which I'll put down below. It is just Brum Horror, and you get an extra 10% off, which takes this down to like $31.50. Well worth it. And of course, let me know down in the comments below, have you watched Salem's Lot? Will you be picking up this release, or have you already got it on your shelf, you've checked it out and you absolutely love this 4K transfer? Let's start that conversation. And thank you so much for watching this episode of Cue the Credits. I really appreciate you taking the time to talk movies with me. As always, do all the YouTubey stuff, like, comment, subscribe, share it with your friends who like spooky 70s horror. And as always, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace!